Live from the streets of Cincinnati, welcome to the jungle! Let's go. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast disobey, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Dingle stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange upon 'em, bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast, the feast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move on? Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I'm bringing you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals, who are heading to the freaking Super Bowl. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, I get so excited every time I say that. Anyway, do me a favor. If you found this show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. I'm up to 1,480 subscribers. That is awesome. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Now, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel Sports with Strawberry Ice. Hit the subscription button, hit the bell for the notification, and every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, give me a like. I'd appreciate it. Now, we're doing exclusively in the YouTube chat crew. We're doing super chats. So if you'd like to support what I'm doing or just make sure your comment gets read, give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out their website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. So what's up to everybody in the chat crew? Augie's in there. Crown. Actually, Crown wants to know if anybody needs 4 more tickets to the Bengals send-off, the pep rally thing that we're doing next Monday. So hit up Crown. Sounds like he's got 4 of them. I've already got some, so I am ready to go. Richard, what's going on? Haas, what is up? If I bring your comment up there, there you go. Brad, what's going on? NFL said no to a watch party at Paul Brown. If they did, that's news to me. I haven't heard that yet. Dominguez. What's up? What's up? What's up? John or Jack. What's going on, buddy? The Ratbirds fan. Richard. My girl, there's Gangsterline. What's up, girl? Augie, say it again. We're going to the freaking Super Bowl, Augie. We're going to the Super Bowl. That is awesome. Anyway, so if you guys have heard what or seen what the Bengals are wearing for the Super Bowl, I like it. It's kind of like my favorite combination. It's the black jersey, white pants, orange stripes, and orange socks. That to me is kind of my favorite one, I think. And it's kind of close to what we wore in the '81 Super Bowl. So that's what the Bengals will be wearing in the Super Bowl. Me personally, I will still be wearing. Me and Prince Ice will be wearing our bib overalls, orange and black stripes, and I'll probably be wearing a hoodie, sweat my ass off in it again, because we started wearing them at the playoff game, the first one here at home, and we've worn them ever since. We went to Tennessee and wore them down there. We wore them Sunday. We're undefeated in it. Down to the socks. We got the Jackpot Joey Burrow socks on. So we'll be wearing that during the Super Bowl. I cannot wait. It's awesome. Let's see, Dean. I'll get a couple questions in here, and then we'll get to my guest today, which is Zim Hude. Dean says, love the hat. Did you stop by the fan shop? Pictures today showed bare walls. Love it. I actually went down to the Bengals Pro Shop yesterday and got it. So I know they're gonna get some more in. I don't know when, but when they show up, you gotta get in there. Jamar, yep, Jackpot Joey, baby. Yep. We are rolling along with the Jackpot Joey stuff. We are this isn't the exact number, but somewhere around there $2,200. Hey, there we go. I'm back. I don't know what the heck happened there. I just lost lost everything. So anyway, Augie, you got your Jackpot Joey hat in the mail. Awesome. I'm glad. Let's see here. What's up, Whit? I forgot to ask you where do I get my Jackpot Joey shirts? You have to go to jackpotjoey9.com and look it up there. They got shirts, hats. I think the Stogies are up there too. I'm not sure, but the hat Q wants to know how much the hats are. I don't know offhand. I don't remember, but everything's listed on the website. So, guys, go to Jackpot. I put it. Let me type it here in the chat here. Let's see. This is great TV here watching me type on the computer. But here you go. Oops. Back. There we go. All right, Jackpot Joey. Yeah, that's right. All right, there you go. So it should be in the chat list. I typed it wrong. Let's see, jackpotjoey9. Oh, it's .com. Not comma, but jackpotjoey9.com. Anyway, I messed it up. Let's see here. Let's get a couple more questions here. Richard, what's up? Hey, Jeff. I think everybody is better off watching the Super Bowl at home unless you can go to the Super Bowl. What do you think? I would love to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not able to, so I might be at 16 lots watching the game. But actually, cool thing is tomorrow, I have one of the winners on the show tomorrow who won the tickets from the Colts owner, Jim Irsay. Lauren, she's going to be on tomorrow, and I think her boyfriend's going to be on too. So they will be on tomorrow at 5:30, and I'm completely jealous of them. I wish he would have picked me, but I'm happy for them. They picked a deserving person, and I just want to get her on the show and talk about not the experience because it hasn't happened yet, but what the excitement is. Jeff, what's up? Ice, you're like me. I bought a Burrow jersey the day of the Raiders game at Cook's, and I've worn it every post game. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Rob, I know. Uh-oh, I lost my internet again. And we even fixed it. I even got new internet stuff, and it's still, I don't know what's going on. Like I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, let's see here. Got a couple more things on here. All right, guys. Oh, there you go, Tim. Super Bowl champs. Exactly. All right, guys. I want to get to my interview with Zim Hude, and he got to go to Arrowhead, got to go to Kansas City, and had an absolute blast. I'm completely jealous. I wanted to go to Kansas City, but I didn't get a chance to go. I'd love to go to Super Bowl. Probably not going to happen, but that's okay. My Bengals are in it, and I'm going to enjoy every second of it. So here's my interview with Zim Hude. Hey, guys, what's going on? Got a great guest today. He's one of my favorite guys to have on the show. He brings the fire. I'm completely jealous of him because he was able to go to Kansas City and hang out with Jimmy Burrow and watch our Bengals shut down Arrowhead. Let's get to it. It's my boy Zim. Zim, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Oh, let me get this out of the background. It's like a broom. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I feel like the broom was there though because we just swept the Chiefs in the season, and we swept the Raiders, we swept the Ravens, and we swept the Steelers. Mm-hmm. These are all playoff candidates, and some of those guys made it to the playoffs, but guess who took them out? But I guess the Rams just hadn't heard.
Oh, they're about to find out. They're about to find out. I'm telling you, they're about to find out because Zim, I'm not scared. I mean, everybody keeps saying like Aaron Donald is a really good player. I'll say he's one, probably could be the best defensive player, could be the best player in the league. I'm not scared. I mean, we went against so many defenses. And
were you scared against the Chiefs?
No, I wasn't scared against the Chiefs.
I wasn't scared either.
No, I think, dude, if you didn't get through 9 sacks and win a damn game, I ain't scared of nobody.
There's a meme going around where it's like they put Joe Burrow's head on 50 Cent, like after he got shot, whatever. So I'm like, bro, if anybody survives 9 shots, and you're still shooting down the field,
right,
with them footballs, like, I mean, I think somebody, what was the quote? And it was saying before the game of Arrowhead, they were saying, if this guy just got sacked 9 times, do y'all really think crowd noise is about to rattle him? Right, exactly. This is like somebody on ESPN. And I was like, yes, like that's what we were trying to tell him.
Right. That's what I was telling some of these Chiefs fans. They're like, oh, it's the loudest stadium. Like, who cares? I don't think Jackpot Joey Burrow cares. By the way, I love that shirt. That shirt looks awesome.
It's an amazing shirt. Someone sent it to me. It feels really good. It's got a different texture to it, unlike like most shirts that are out here right now. Feels real good on your skin. You could wear an undershirt under it. You could wear it bareback, whatever. It just feels great, especially at nighttime. It's like kind of silky, like.
Oh, dude, I sleep in those all the time.
No, I love the shirt. I don't want to like wear it everywhere and then I just get it messed up because I do like construction stuff, so it's easy for me to get clothes dirty. So I kind of pick and choose. Yeah, but like at home though, like this is a go-to because it feels like really good. So make sure you guys support Jackpot Joey.
Exactly. We got as of right now, I think it's, if I'm getting this right, and I just confirmed it with Maddie, I think it's $2,200 that we've raised so far this year for the Joe Unger Relief Foundation. So it goes out to everybody out there who's ever bought a shirt, hat, or a towel or anything. So just remember, every time you buy something, portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Foundation, and that's awesome. And I mean, it just goes to show what Bengal family is. I mean, Bengal Jim has raised more money than I think anybody. He's raised a ton. So the $2,200 we raise is a drop in the bucket, but it still helps, and it's just awesome. And what a year! What a year we're having, Zim. I mean, you got to go to Arrowhead, brother. You got to go. What was that like?
Look, hold on. Before you say when you say what a year, just think about our conversations or me coming on this show, or just think about like life is so crazy. We talk about like people, getting COVID, like people, family, like a lot of this stuff flies under the radar that people don't really realize like how precious and how sensitive life is. And I just wake up every day and I'll be like, man, thank you, God. I told Joe Burrow's mom, like, thank you for birthing this young man.
Right.
Like of all, like it's the perfect person.
Right.
Like it's the perfect, like for my personality and what I'm a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm not that he's the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's the greatest quarterback for us.
He's the greatest quarterback in Bengals history. I'll say it now. He's
All
already
right.
got more playoff wins than Boomer Esiason and Ken Anderson. So he already is. I mean,
Right.
I mean,
See, I don't like the disrespect, like a lot
No.
of the goats in this sense, and I don't think anybody would take it as disrespect, but they would see me say, "Oh, it looks a little." You didn't see Ken Anderson play. You're right, I didn't. So all I can do is speak for like what I know. Joe Burrow's like the best quarterback for me, in the current fan base, and just this time, and like in the crazy world like that we live in. But I just want to say that you talk about Arrowhead.
yes.
Get out the Arrowhead. The
Oh.
tailgate is immaculate. The tailgate is crazy. I thought like I didn't go to the Titans game,
Right.
and I remember saying that. I remember in the tailgate, and I said, "Man, we travel well." When I pulled up at Arrowhead, I could not believe it was like a scene from Braveheart, and you had like, you got one side, bro. The Uber had to drop me off like way down at that, like, and then I walk up, and I mean, as soon as I walk up, everybody's like, "Hey," like everybody's like, saying what's up. But I just was so astonished. Like the guy was like, "You already seen him?" I was like, "Yeah." I'm just looking at like, bro, it's like thousands of people out here in Bengals uniforms. So I'm like, okay, that's good. And then we went to the stadium. I almost missed the tip off because the line was so long. I go to my seat. Guess who's sitting right in front of me? Jim Burrow. Ain't that the wildest thing on earth?
Dude, when you told me that the other day, I flipped out. You're kidding me. So that's freaking awesome, dude.
I could have said, I mean, that stadium is huge. So out of 78,000 people, who will put Zim Hude right behind Jimmy Burrow, Joe's girlfriend, and Robin Burrow? God is just so amazing to allow him to put me in that position. The people were really cool around me, really positive people. When we were down, I think, me, I'm always pretty upbeat. I was trying to temper everything, but I was pretty cool. Right. We're coming back. They were dancing. Pat Mahomes probably dancing on TV. I saw.
Oh yeah, he was dancing. So
he was
dancing.
Kelsey. A lot of them were dancing and stuff. They were there, and I said, "Hey, number 9's coming." So that was a thing for a while where every time, and then when we got that P. Ryan screen, I looked to everybody around me. Mm-hmm. I said, "Uh-oh,
it's on."
No, I'm gonna say the first is when Andy didn't take that 3 points.
Yeah, when Eli Apple made the tackle.
Right.
Yeah, that changed the whole momentum, Zim, right there.
Everything.
And then you come out of halftime and we stop them again, and then Samar J takes that screen and takes it to the house. I'm going nuts, dude. I'm like, all right, it's on. It's on. We ain't out of this.
It was on. Me and my guy sitting next to me. Shout out to my man Mike. Guy sitting next to me, we kept on saying, "Man, I hate the fact that they got the ball in started third quarter." Mm-hmm. But we both said it at the same time. If we stop them, that drive coming out of the third quarter we're going to win. We said that at the same as that time, word for word. The people around me are Chiefs fans, and they're like giggling. I was like, "You haven't seen us play that much, have you?" And I was, me, I'm preaching to everybody around me. So I'm telling them, I'm like, "Hey, you guys just 30 days ago played a perfect game and you lost. So like, you better come out second half just like that." And when that first drive didn't go well, I looked around and they started looking nervous. And like I put a tweet out before I went in. I said, "I've been in a lot of stadiums. You score points, they get quiet." And I think I've been to places like I've been to Auburn, I've been to Iron Bowl and stuff like that. I thought it was louder than Arrowhead. And that's not me taking a shot at Arrowhead. I just thought that it was louder there. It just was.
All I know is when we started coming back, I'll preface this way. How ironic is that we were 11 points down at halftime, same exact number we were down here in Cincinnati, held the Chiefs to 3 points in the second half, same thing we did in Cincinnati, we came back from a bigger deficit this time, 18 points down, did the same thing to them in Arrowhead. That just blows my mind of it's exactly the same result and the same numbers and everything's the same.
Bro,
we won.
That's exactly what I told him. I said, we were down 11 points then too. Guy in front of me, he was a Chiefs fan. One of the guys, he said, man, he was the only one that was being a little bit more realistic. Everybody else around me thought I was crazy. They was like, "Bro, you want to drink? Like, it's gonna be a long road and stuff." But they don't know me though.
Right.
So, and I'm kind of like reserved and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, okay, nah, I'm good on the drinks. We're good. We're fine.
Right.
We got this." And it was one guy though. He said, "Man, I don't like this game already." and he was like, and I think he predicted. Look, he said, I think it was when 27-24.
Ooh.
And I told the lady that was with him or so, I said, "Now you lose this game, it's his fault." and then we laughed about it.
Right.
And then as the game started like playing out, and then it goes into overtime, I said, "Dude, like it's your fault. You guys lost." Like it was like a big joke, but everybody, I want to say this too. All the Chiefs fans, contrary to the internet, those internet guys are something else.
Yeah.
But the
Well, it's
people
easy to talk on the internet because nobody sees you.
right in person,
Right.
like amazing. If anybody's from Kansas City or anything like that, and you're watching this show, like amazing. Everybody treated me like
That's what I heard. I said the same thing. Jimmy told us all the Chiefs fans were really cool about it. I mean,
the coolest.
Cappy said on my show, he said that there was a lady who was a Chiefs fan there, and she knew they were going to lose, and she's like, she told Cappy, like, "You want me to take your phone? I could video your reaction, dude." I'm a nice guy. There's no way in hell I would have done that, but that's what they offered to. So I mean, hats off to the Chiefs fan.
Yeah, hats off to that.
Yeah.
I mean, the lady, you know what's so crazy? Like first, second quarter, I was the guy taking pictures for them. I'm contrary. Everybody thinks I'm like a really bad guy, or whatever. What I have a problem is disrespect,
right,
or not respecting what we've done.
Right.
Then
right,
I'm like this evil villain on the internet or whatever. But like everybody was nice. They have nothing.
Right.
But to give you back the same energy. So I was taking pictures.
It's respect. That's all. Like every time in my seats, whenever we have opposing team fans, in our seats, I'm like, hey, welcome, good luck. I hope you lose, but welcome. And I try to be cool with them. I don't try to, unless they're being jerks to me, and it's
it's a good tone setter too. A lot of times I see fights and stuff in stands and stuff like that, and I'm like, what would make something escalate that crazy, right?
No idea.
Now I will say this: I'm gonna tell you one time where I couldn't hold in Zim like inside my body.
Right.
When Joe scrambled on that first 3rd and 7, and he got out of that Chris Jones one. I'm talking like, of course we're cheering. I'm giving high fives. Like I'm surrounded by Bengals, like directly me. I'm coaching them through the whole thing. I'm like, hey, look. We're gonna act like we've been here before. We're gonna high five and everything. When we win the game, whatever, we're gonna go crazy in here. But until then, let's go high five, like cool. But when he scrambled out of that 3rd and 7, I jumped up on my seat. I was like, bro. If they had a video, if somebody, oh my God, I just pray. I say, man, if they could give me a video of me at that moment, I had like an out of body experience, bro. I jumped on the seat and I'm like, I was like the heart of a champion, like that. After that, it was on. Anytime they would go, oh, our whole section would be like, Joe Burrow. So we were doing that the whole time. They didn't like that. And when I jumped up, there were some guys that was like, all right, now sit your ass down. Like they were looking. I made sure I like kind of paid attention to who didn't like me. But for the most part, like I kept it kind of contained. Even when I think I went live at the end of the game, kicked the field goal. I mean, like once they had a couple of once he did that 3rd down, once the P Ryan screen, once we stopped them, it was just over to me. Like I can't explain why I felt that way. I just didn't feel like even on their last when they got the ball in overtime, I just didn't feel any type of way. I thought Andy Reid mismanaged the clock too on that last drive. When they went down the field, and then it was like he didn't want Joe Burrow to get the ball back.
Right. That's the Burrow effect. I think they were more worried about giving Joe the ball back than they were about winning the game.
He did it all wrong. Mm-hmm. And when I saw that nervousness of it, and then we only put 3 of the line of scrimmage. If we had 4 at the line of scrimmage, we'd have had the fumble rate in the game would have been over.
Right.
When Hubbard knocked the ball out of his hand. But at the moment, I just knew that they were just done. They were cooked. And I never had a doubt. But on that drive, I thought that they might score a touchdown. I was even entertaining the thought of like, all right, let them score a touchdown.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Let them score and let's get the ball back. But
let's get the ball back. And
I'm glad. That's exactly. I'm with you there. That's exactly what I said. I was like, let them score. We'll go down. We'll go down and get the ball back. But when Patrick and on Patrick Mahomes, they got completely frustrated. I went that strip sack. I mean, dude, he was scrambling around forever. Sam, he could have threw the ball away like 5 times. And he never threw away. And then Sam Hubbard's like, all right, you're not coming out. I'm going to come get you. And Sam Hubbard goes after him. It's a strip sack. And like you said, if we'd rush
because it's crazy. You drop back 8 which is insane, right?
Right.
Any other team would run the football. They were running for 6.5 yards a clip. So,
Right.
so what he's seeing, I'm just trying to push y'all in. Like, if you ever been on a football field, like I played cornerback before, or whatever, but I can't imagine. Now I've done like just looking at the defense. He didn't even understand. He was making his visuals so much worse. I imagine as he's dropping back and doing all that scrambling, rolling around, he's just making all his peripherals and everything look crazy. All you're going to see is 8 guys, and then you're going to like in white, and then you'll see like 3 or 4 Chiefs jersey. Like if you're thinking about that at home, so if you're a quarterback, you're like, how could you even throw that? Like how could you throw to the end zone? Because you're just like, and it's condensed because it's only like 20 yards to the end zone or so, 30 yards or so, right?
Right.
So it's not like it's like a whole field and you got all this space. So
I mean, the thing is, he could have ran forward.
He was making it so much worse on himself.
That was one of my concerns, is because he did that a lot in the Bills game. He ran forward a lot. He only did that like twice against us, and that was.
I think he saw that wall. It's like what we did as a defense. We created the same wall that the Titans gave us on the defensive line in their game. Mm-hmm. The reason why everybody is like, "Oh, their offensive line is so terrible" and everything like that. It's any other quarterback. I'm gonna tell you the weirdest thing about the game. They probably got sacked 4 times, maybe 4 or 5 times.
You talking about the Bengals getting sacked 4 times?
If in the Titans game.
Oh yeah, I got you.
But the reason why is because they figured out something that I think people will try to do to Joe Burrow. Right. But you need 4 3-tech defensive linemen that can rush.
Yeah, you need a really good front 4 to do it. And the Titans have a great front 4.
And it all have to be able to be pass rushers. So imagine like if you're listening to this, imagine like all like Ogunjobi's all across the line. Most NFL teams that we play, like the Steelers or somebody like that, even Cam Hayward is more of a run stuffer that has the ability to pass rush.
Right. Or
if you play the Bengals, like DJ Reader doesn't rush the passer. You see what I'm saying? Right. So like if you can give a 4-line, just bring it with that, then you can go into coverage. The Bengals don't have that, so what they did is just put 8 back into coverage and build up a 4-man wall at this level, a 4-man wall at this level. I dare you to throw anywhere in this space right there. And I think Matthew Stafford I know we're getting a little bit ahead, but I just think that Matthew Stafford, if Pat Mahomes didn't know what to do, Matthew Stafford can't scramble.
Right.
So I really don't think that he's going to be able to do anything with it. And I just thought that Pat Mahomes dug himself in a way bigger hole. You hit on a really good point. He should have moved forward.
Yes.
To cause this 4-man thing to come and suck them in.
Right.
Then have those guys kind of leak out. Travis Kelce kind of get.
Yeah.
But if you're just backing up, you're just helping me out.
Yeah, I was surprised because that was one of my things I was saying the week before. I said we got to make sure we keep him in the pocket. He can scramble around inside the pocket, but make sure he stays there. And he did it to himself. I mean, there were openings like that last one out of the strip sack. He could have ran forward, and like I said, Sam Hubbard just kept standing there. And I've rewatched it a couple of times, and he's kind of like, "All right, you're not coming. I'm gonna go get you." And that's kind of what it was. And Mahomes didn't know what to do. And that's the thing. Patrick Mahomes has won a Super Bowl before. He's played a Super Bowl. He's played in 4 straight.
They had no business winning. They had no business winning that Super Bowl, though. Their one Super Bowl against the 49ers was a comeback victory that to this day he had no business winning that one.
Right, but the thing is, they did, and he didn't know what to do. That's the point. I mean, he's played in these games, and he didn't know what to do. That's what boggled my mind about that whole thing.
I'm going to tell you why. It's because it's what society does, right? We did all these Twitter spaces all week and all these different things like that. Mm-hmm. And everybody treats football like it's like a government job. Like show me your classification, and then now you can get to the next level. Like, that's not the way football works. Look at the Justin Jeffersons of the world or Jamar Chases or whatever. They instantly come into the league, and they might be a top 10 wide receiver. Like Justin Jefferson by week 5 of last year was a top 10 wide receiver in this league. By the time Jamar Chase left Green Bay after we played the Packers, Jamar Chase was a top 10 wide receiver in the league. And people think it's blasphemous to say stuff like that. So when we were going to this Twitter space, they're like, "Oh, you guys haven't earned it yet," and da-da-da-da, and stuff like that. And Pat Mahomes has been here before. I'm like, yeah, but that was before. Today is today. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Like, that's just the way that's how, like, we're going to LA. That's the way Hollywood is. Like, what's your biggest hit is whatever you've done, the last thing that you've done. It's never about like what I did 10 years ago. Sure, I
Right.
can make money off of it.
There's no to take Tyler Boyd. There's no levels to this. It doesn't mean you go here, then you go here, then you go here. You know, you
Right,
can
you
go
could-
from here all the way up.
And I
if
try
my
to tell
guys
people
are
that.
better than yours, then my guys are better than yours.
I try to tell these people that I say when I get on the Twitter space, I know one thing that's a trigger point for everybody is to tell people about Joe Burrow is a legitimate candidate for MVP, or Joe Burrow could, in my mind, and I'm not even like, just take myself out of Bengals fandom. Just look at Joe Burrow's numbers.
Right.
They're way better than Josh Allen. They're way better than Pat Mahomes. They're way better than Aaron Rodgers, who is going to probably win the MVP, right?
The completion percentage is better than Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
The yards per attempt, the completion rates, the amount of times that he's been sacked, his value to a team, all these different things considered. Joe Burrow's without a doubt, to me, the MVP, right?
Absolutely.
But the way that the society works or the voters work, they do operate in seniority. So they'll give it to Aaron Rodgers, right? But when I go on these Twitter spaces, I'm telling them like Joe Burrow's and people just laugh. And I'm like, no, like, listen to me. I understand that your job is a little different. When you come to work and you clock in, like there are, like there's a guy that's been there for 20 years that can tell you whatever. Like that's not the way football works. This guy, Joe Burrow, came into the league. And by the time he was tearing his ACL, he was already a top 10 quarterback. Then we just had a bad record and a bad team. Then we come flash forward to this year, the conversation about Josh Allen. I'm like, Josh Allen inherited a playoff team from Tyrod Taylor. Josh Allen had a better coordinator, and Del Bell or whatever his name is that just left to the Giants or whatever now. Like all these different things considered, Joe Burrow literally had nothing. He just came out the gate and just started cooking. So then when we flash forward to the game, they're like, well, Pat Mahomes can't. I said, Pat Mahomes, like, go look at his games. Who's testing them like Joe Burrow? The one thing that I get into all these Twitter spaces and all these different conversations that we have is I say, I'm going to win every game that I have the better quarterback, unless you have a quarterback that's really close, right?
Right. We said that Twitter space, the one we did that I was in with you, I have a couple with you before the Titans game. And you remember the guy from Canada who said he would not take Ryan or Joe Burrow over Ryan Tannehill? I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, he had to be high. like that's what they were saying. I'm just kind of like, and after that, I'm like, I had to leave. I'm like, because this makes no sense. You have no idea you don't know what we have. Well, look, Ryan Tannehill.
That's a fan
nice
trying to convince himself.
Right? They were trying to convince us. Like, you can't, like, dude, we have jackpot Joey Burrow. He is a top 5. Hell, by next year, he might be top 3 freaking quarterback. I mean, it's
Joe Burrow?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
I think this isn't a hot take.
No.
I think Joe Burrow is a top 2 quarterback right now.
Yes, I agree with you.
It's him and maybe Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers, to me, like, if you go look at that game or look at Aaron Rodgers this whole entire year, yes, he has less interception, but Aaron Rodgers never pushed the ball down the field. And yes, Joe Burrow has better weapons. I give him that.
Right.
But if you watch an Aaron Rodgers football game all the way up into the playoffs, he doesn't put pressure on defenses like Joe Burrow does. But Aaron Rodgers' skill set and everything like that, considered, he has the ability to do all those things. He just didn't do it in 2021. But if we're talking about best quarterback, I went head to head with the guy that they said is the best guy in the NFL, and I outdueled him in one. And in the second one, I watched him fold.
Yep.
Why is he not the best quarterback?
Yeah, I can't argue with you. I agree with you. I mean, that's
it's not crazy. This is not a workforce. This is not a chain of command. Like, it's who plays the best, and now that person is now evaluated, and now they're the best.
I mean, Zim, you and me were talking about this on my show at the beginning of the year. First of all, we were both Team Chase, so we're right on that, and we were talking about Joe Burrow and how this is the year he's going to turn into an elite quarterback. And he already is, but everybody else is going to recognize this. Right. And that's what we were on my show talking about that, about how Jamar Chase is going to change the league. Joe Burrow is going to change the league. Yeah. Everybody laughed at us. I'm like, dude, I'm like, Zim, at the time, they don't know. They don't know. We know what we got. We got Joe Montana and Jerry Rice is what we have now. Right. That's who we have on our team right now. And the thing is, when people say we got house money, blah, 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 house money.
That's BS.
Screw that. I want to win now. Because
Right.
I don't know what's gonna happen next year. I mean, I think we got multiple Super Bowls coming, but next
Everybody
year,
always thinks they do. Yeah,
exactly.
You know
I thought that in 81. I thought that in 88 it didn't happen. Win now, because you never know what's going to happen next year.
You never know. Like, and for me, just going into that game, watching Pat Mahomes just try to emulate what Joe Burrow did. Think about it. He's on the sideline. He knows what happened the first time, and that's in the back of his mind. You saw him doing his little shimmy early on to cover up the fact, to hide the fact that he's not who he says he is. He had to celebrate and try to convince himself, like, I'm into the psychology of football. Like, you got to dance and do, like, if you see Joe score a touchdown like that early in the game, it's like, I'm about to stick this dagger in your heart. You see Pat Mahomes shimmy and doing dances because he's trying to convince himself, like, I'm not scared, I can do this. Then he's not going to forget that Joe Burrow outdueled him the first time. He comes back this game. Joe Burrow's scrambling on 3rd and 7. Joe Burrow's making all these plays happen and making all these big throws happen. Then they're like, all right, Pat, now you're up. I think I was on my Twitter. I was like, yep, I dare you to match me some points, Pat. I dare you to do that right there. If you go look at the Chiefs runs and stuff like that, sure, Pat Mahomes has made some excellent plays, amazing plays. I will argue that in a lot of those instances, though, the defense wasn't what people said it was. Like, the Bills defense is not better than the Bengals defense, for one. And two, he was forced to come back and throw and play, like this, that the game the week before, because both defenses weren't that good. So of course you're going to have a shootout where now these guys are now put on a pedestal and they're going crazy and everything like that. And not to take anything away from them, but that's just what that game dictated that they both do. So I didn't think that was like some miraculous force by nature or something. I thought the game where we played them and put 266, Jamar Chase 466, I thought that game was even better of a performance than the. But if you let the world tell you Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes had the duel of the century, this is the greatest AFC divisional round game of all time. Like, if the defenses are both not that good and they're forced to come back and forth, like the routes that they were running, guys were just falling all over the place. I'm like, these defenses aren't good. The Bills have the number 1 ranked defense because when they had Tre'Davious White, arguably the best cornerback in football, before he tore his ACL, a lot of those stats and everything were good. Their linebackers are slow. Their cornerbacks are slow. That's not a problem for the Bengals. So I knew that coming into the game. And I just think it's just crazy. Like, people are getting a dose of like the reality of like you not doing your homework and educating yourself. When I woke up this morning, the first thing I did was start watching the Rams games. What are the games that Cooper Kupp didn't do well in? It's a good Cardinals game I would use as a reference point if you guys want to see it. But I left walking away from the thing saying, I've seen every pass rush. Everybody's killed Joe. He got back up. He got shot 9 times. Didn't matter. He got back up. And so if you're telling me you're going to win just because you have Aaron Donald and Leonard Floyd and Von Miller, you're sadly mistaken. Right. And to take this into another point, if you're listening to this, they didn't generate 1 pressure or 1 sack on Jimmy G last week. And that's Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, and Von Miller. And that's what the media is going to tell you is like going to destroy Joe Burrow.
Well, that's what they said the Chiefs are going to do.
With who, though?
Well, that's what I kept asking. That's all I'm like, the Chiefs defense does not scare me. Yeah, they're like, oh, you got sacked 9 times. The offensive line's really got to step up. I'm like, the Chiefs don't have. They got Chris Jones. That's it. Or Chris Chandler. Or whatever.
Chris Jones. Frank Clark is not good. And for me, like, Frank Clark is like, it reminds me of like, how Dunlap will go missing for like 8 games and then had like a game where it had like 2. He's just like that. So I was like, he's not going to come out here. And anyway, move like that the 49ers matchup. I'd have told you, Jeff, like, hey, look, give me every dollar you got. Let's bet the whole entire house on it. I promise you, bro. Like, I'll cover the tab. Like, we would have beat them by 20. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind. The Rams are a far more formidable opponent, but I think that they're the underdogs in my mind. And I know I'm a Bengals fan, and I'm gonna get criticized for that, whatever. Yeah. But just look at their roster; it's not that good. Like, all right, check this out.
Their whole roster. They have superstars that they pick, but their whole roster, and that's what you have to look at in this whole thing.
Their whole roster is not good.
Aaron Donald, not Von Bell. Who are the other guys that they have? Who are they?
Exactly. So the other D tackle, he did register a sack in the game. I think his name is Gaines or whatever. He's got 4 sacks on the season. He's not that type of pass rusher. Or he's not that kind of guy, right? So then on the opposite side of Jim Rams, I think his name is Jalen Williams or Jerry Williams or something like that. Williams. He's not that good. He's not good enough for the Migos. Right. So now let's look at their safeties, right? One of the things that Joe Burrow struggled with in the Titans game was he was holding the ball, trying to get something free. But guess what? All pro safety and Byard is out there, and the other guy, I forgot his name too. Is that what's the guy that caught the fake interception on the ground? Is that
that wasn't an interception. Crap.
Is that Hooker?
Yes.
Was that who that was?
I'm pretty sure it's Hooker. Yeah, I think so.
Am I getting my games mixed?
He's number 41, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. I think that was Hooker. Yeah.
All right. So their safeties are great. So a lot of that Joe holding the ball, they built up a wall. It's like Titans have the formula to me. If a team wants to ever beat Joe Burrow, like the Steelers want to beat us or something, build your team like the Titans, but get you a good quarter, but have a good quarterback that can answer.
Yeah.
And you probably could win that game, but they don't. And the Rams don't. So yeah, they got Jalen Ramsey. Okay, but I could throw to the other side. But this is the great thing about Jalen Ramsey. They're going to ask him to go one-on-one with whoever he lines up. He doesn't travel. So if he doesn't travel with Jamar Chase, that guy's in trouble. If he does travel with Jamar Chase, he's still in trouble.
Because he doesn't do it.
He went up against Jalen Ramsey is an amazing cornerback.
Right.
But Jamar Chase is amazing. And Mike Evans just 2 weeks ago absolutely destroyed Jalen Ramsey.
Killed him.
What do you think Jamar Chase would do to him?
Right.
Eric Weddle came off the couch like me and you.
Right. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. They brought him out.
Where's this the roster is not
right. So I was like, we got the Migos, and this is one thing I said going into the Chiefs game, which keep going back to that. We're talking about the Rams here, but the Chiefs game, they're like, oh, well, Jamar Chase isn't going to go off like that. I said, well, that's fine. You can double him. We got T. We got TB. We got CJ Uzomah. It doesn't matter. We got too many freaking weapons, and that's where we have against the Rams. They're like, oh, they got OBJ and they got Cooper Kupp. That's great. We got 3 of them. You only have 2.
Right.
The way our defense played them, and this is one thing I want to give. We got to give credit to Lou Anarumo. His 100%. Defense shut the Chiefs down to high-powered, flying Chiefs to 3 points in the second half. You don't think he can do that against the Rams?
I think it might be a very similar game where we start off, we're going to have these cocky LA Rams fans come out of nowhere that say, yeah, see.
Oh, wait, are there actually Rams fans? I think they're.
That's what everybody keeps on sounding me. I'm like, anybody, like all of our ops that we took out, all of the people that we knocked out and sitting on the couch, they all instantly became Rams fans, I guess, because aside from that, I've never met a Rams fan. Like,
right, I don't know one.
Right, like if you're in LA, you're like a Raiders fan. You're not a Rams fan.
Just more 49er fans. I think they're in LA than there is
probably
Rams or Chargers fans.
I don't know the infrastructure of like fandom in LA.
When I've seen the games, it seems like there's more fans of the other team at their games than Rams fans. I mean, that bodes well for Bengals fans. Zim, I think we're going to take that stadium over. I really do. I think we're going to do a ton of Bengal fans there.
Let's break it down now. Real quick. This is why I think they're the underdogs. Vegas is only giving them 3.5. You give 3.5 to all home teams. So they're looking at it as like an even wash, right? And then they're saying, okay, well, Vegas is betting on the fact that, like this is Rams is a really good offense, all these different things. But if you take in the fact that Zach Taylor knows everything about that offense, right? Whereas McVay doesn't know every single thing about our offense because our offense is a hybrid version of his offense once Jackpot Joey integrated LSU spread system with it. So you got all these different things, and he doesn't have the personnel to match up with us. Like, look at the 49ers could not do anything on us. We gave them 14 points or whatever. They were down 17 points.
That's what everybody keeps saying. Well, the 49ers came in here and kicked your ass. I'm like, dude, we gave them half their points.
They didn't kick anybody's ass.
People said that about the Chargers too. I was like, we gave them 2 fumbles. Like, don't give them.
Like, and the difference is when we say we gave them, like, you literally Mixon goes for the hand up and just drops it on the ground. Like, nobody does anything to him. It's different than we intercept the pass from Patrick Mahomes. Like, I'm actually catching the ball. I'm going to tell you something, too, that's weird about that game. Talk to anybody that you know that went to the game. Anybody listening to this right now. Ask anybody. I asked everybody there. Did you actually see the interception? I'm telling you, Iceman, look, check this out. Check this out. This is like a gift from God right here. I saw that ball hit the ground. I'm telling you.
Oh.
No, but look, check this out. I asked everybody around me, did you like we were celebrating? Ball hits the ground, right? Celebrated. Like I'll go that far to say I saw the ball hit the ground. Celebrate. We look back up. Von Bell's running with the ball, and I'm like, what? We got an interception? I said, well, okay, that's crazy. I just missed it. As soon as the game I go to the Bengals captain, I go up to everybody. I said, did you see the interception? No one saw that interception. I said, I left that stadium. I said, I don't care what I see from here on out or on a replay. Now, the replay, obviously, Bates tips it, goes right into Von Bell's hand.
Right.
I left that stadium. Anybody that could tell you, I hope that somebody saw me at that stadium that is watching this show. I asked everybody I saw. Nobody could tell me they saw that interception. And then miraculously, when I go watch it on TV, it's like clear cut. I swear to you, bro. Like it did not look like that at the stadium, bro.
Lou Anarumo, he even said he didn't see it. You know, because he had the linebackers or whatever in his way. So he just reacted by, he knew they intercepted it. Yeah, he said that on the Zoom call. So so I mean, I saw it on TV.
Yeah, on TV, it must look very different. At that stadium, I'm telling you, like it's a miracle, some crazy stuff or whatever. Ask anybody you know that went to the game. Did you actually physically see the interception?
I'll put it this way. I don't know. I didn't physically on TV. I don't think I physically saw it. I saw him, start running the other way, and I started freaking out, like, "Oh my God, we got the ball!" And then saw the replay, and it bounced right back into him. I'm like, all right, cool. He caught it. But no, I didn't see it. I mean, it was a hell of a play by Jesse Bates and Von Bell. I mean, he got his hand up there, tipped it right to Bates. And that's just great coordinating to catch that ball. And you got to give props. And I don't want to forget about this guy, BJ Hill. To be able he's what, 2 feet away from
that might be the play of the game. That might be the play of the game.
And he fired.
Whether we get that interception or not, we're winning that game.
But BJ Hill, Patrick Mahomes fires that ball as hard as he can. He tips it. Not only tips it, catches it, and makes a play on it. I mean, that's unbelievably difficult to do. Most time, you get a hand up in the air, you just block it. It bounced straight up in the air. He got the concentration, caught it, and that. So we can't forget about that play either.
Oh, fuck up.
Sorry, she was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing? I'm doing an interview right here with the Iceman. What you mean?"
She's like, "You're always interviewing people. Oh my goodness."
Oh my goodness, what's all this? What is all this noise? I didn't even think I was that loud. What else goes? But man, I'm telling you, like that's just a weird thing. It's one of them things you had to be there. People were crying after the game. I mean,
that's what's funny. I didn't cry after that. I mean, I started tearing up a little.
I didn't
bawled my eyes out in Tennessee because I still thought we were going to win, but again, it's kind of like it actually happened. Now this, I'm like,
you would have cried. If you cried at Tennessee, you would have cried. If you were,
if I was there, I probably would have cried. Yeah,
you would have cried. But I didn't. There was a reality though. Evan caught me. I went like this. I wasn't crying, but I
saw that. Yeah.
But I wasn't crying.
Yeah.
I just was thinking about like, oh crap! I placed a bet for $800 at plus 1,200. Bengals to go to the Super Bowl in Week 8.
Dude,
I played. So I made a couple thousand. I made a couple thousand, right? In the reality, I was so happy that we won the game. But that was the moment when somebody said something about a bet. I said, oh crap! I just won a couple $1,000 just now.
Did you hear about mine? That I drove down because we got the casino down here in Lawrenceburg. So me and my son drove down last February, and I was going to put $100 on the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, it's what 51 odds or whatever it was at the time.
Right.
The casino wasn't open. I've never heard of a casino not being open, but it wasn't open. So I didn't make the bet, and I never made it back down there. And I'm like, Sim, I would have made $3,000. $4,000.
I'm not gonna give any website a plug on your show or whatever, but there's a couple of sites that I definitely bet on and I just handle it. Like some of my friends
here, we can't we got to drive to Indiana even to do online betting. We can't do it here because I tried to just do it here and I couldn't. You got to get literally. There's a road called State Line Road. If I pull up and I'm on that road, I can go online and I can make a bet, but I can't do it in Ohio.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I had to drive down there again, and I just never made it. I'm like,
I'm here in DC. Like you could go to the stadium. Like I like driving to like our arena that's near here. Like dang, I can't even think of the name of the daggone arena now. But where the Wizards and stuff play. So
T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile. Yep.
Yeah.
So it used to be called Capital One Arena or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to Monster Jam the other day, and I think it was at the same spot. Yeah, it was at the same. Yeah, same thing. All right. So anyway, but that's one place where you could just physically, like, it is something good about like a good physical bet, like walking in. But like online, I just randomly in the middle of the night, so I'll see some stuff I like just Ram stuff I'm seeing right now,
Mhm.
and I'm just banging the money line right now. Like, bro, I just feel like they're the underdogs, and sure we could lose, sure we can make mistakes. It's any given Sunday. I just think that they have so much more to overcome. Like, if you know anything about football, like, you cannot tell me that Aaron Donald, who had no sack, no pressure, Leonard Floyd, and the other Von Miller,
Mhm.
no, not one sack, not one pressure, didn't wreck Jimmy G.
Mhm.
They were down 18 points to them. We saw how we played against the 49. I thought the NFC was weak, like anyway.
Right.
Like I wanted the Bucks, I wanted the Packers. Like I honestly think the Rams were the best match, like the better team out of all of those teams.
Right. Right.
Like the Bucks, like once Antonio Brown like went crazy and went off the field and stuff,
Yeah.
like
They weren't the same.
they didn't have any weapons.
Mm-mm.
The Rams, yes, they have arguably one of the best wide receivers in football. But the key thing about that Cardinals game I was telling you about is that is the one game where they absolutely took him away on third down. And the one thing that the Rams did to the 49ers this past week is they allowed Kupp to go crazy on third down. Kupp had 110 yards just on third down and a touchdown. He ended the game with 2 touchdowns. The work that he did on third down, masterful.
Right.
Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
like amazing. If you can just stop that and you know anything about football and know about what Joe Burrow does, people can sit around all day critiquing Joe Burrow's game. Oh, well, he doesn't throw sidearms. Oh, he doesn't throw far enough. Like when you talk about the greats, like Joe Montana versus whoever you want, it's never about that. It's about did they make the best play, the big play when it mattered the most? And that's the only thing that matters. And I know that my quarterback is going to make that play. And I learned that our defense is not going to let him down to give him that shot. That's all I need. They gave Jimmy G the ball back last week with 1 minute and 46 seconds. I dared him to do that on February 13th. I dared him. They'll go out of there in tears and wondering, why did I spend $15,000-$20,000 to go see this team lose? I promise you, don't give me back the ball.
It's the Burrow effect. That's why I keep talking. The Burrow effect is permeating the whole team. All right, Zim, we've been going at it for about 40 minutes here. I appreciate the time you give me. I know you got other stuff going on. Tell everybody about your Twitter, Instagram, your guys' podcast, all that good stuff.
Man, right now, I mean, I got some really good merch myself too. I just dropped a whole bunch of new shirts and stuff, and that's on zimhude.com. So if you're looking for like a Super Bowl shirt, I know you can't get a jersey right now, please go to zimhude.com. Orange is the New Black podcast with my man Ace Boogie at New Stripe City. Make sure you support his stuff as well. We got Troy Walters. We're interviewing this evening. By the time you guys see this, that's the wide receiver coach for the Bengals. We also have a really, really big one tomorrow on Thursday. I think people are going to really, really like that one too.
You got me intrigued.
I got to confirm it, but I think we're good. We're good around noon, somewhere around there. But aside from that, man, I'm just cooking up, trying to take advantage of this. Like you said, you never know. And right now, we all gotta go crazy. It's time to go crazy. Like, there's no need to hold it in. Don't let anybody tell you that. Oh, you act like you've been like. No, shut up. I'm not gonna act like I've been here before because I haven't.
We haven't. Right. That's the thing.
Like they gave tickets to a lady that was like, oh yeah, we lost the Super Bowl in '87. I was like, well, why didn't they give me the ticket? Because I ain't seen them go to nothing. Like, give them to me. No harm against you, but I ain't seen none of this stuff. This is incredible to me. Like, you want to get some tickets out, give them to this guy right here. You want to see somebody really?
Oh, dude, I've been trying to win tickets at all these different giveaways. I haven't gotten any of them.
Man, I'm telling you,
if anybody wants to hook me and Zim up, hit us up on Twitter. We'll be glad to go.
Man, when people, I think what's going on is people are saying the prices of these tickets and saying like, I just can't. Like, and I understand that you could be a millionaire if you got a ticket. Like, these guys that work for the NFL or work might be a role player in the league, they have an opportunity to get it. That anybody can get a ticket that's in the NFL, right? So imagine they say, yeah, you get a ticket or whatever. Like, I can get my family like an extra $20,000 or something for like some free tickets or something. Like, I don't blame them for not giving them out. I mean, like, do you? But at the same time, millionaires like Irsay, you got some tickets you want to give away, give them away. But congratulations to everybody that's winning these tickets. I just hope that a whole lot of oranges out there.
Absolutely, Zim. All right, brother. Well, as always, I appreciate you, man. I think we got this, and we'll have to do this again after. Well, actually, I might see you hopefully here in Cincinnati as we're doing a Bengals victory parade, Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get there for sure. I don't know because I am going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I know. I'm so jealous of you, brother. All right, man. As always, I appreciate it, man.
Who dey?
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. As you can tell, it was recorded. So if you guys are asking some questions, well, he couldn't answer them because it was recorded. But I know there's some stuff in the chat that I wanted to answer that I knocked my camera around. And yes, 26 Messick, that's my nephew. That's AA Ron. He's a Georgia boy. So he's putting Go Braves in here, whatever. But he's rooting. I know you're rooting for my Bengals, man. You better be rooting for my Bengals. If you're not next time, yeah, I know you are. Anyway, so people talked about CJ Uzomah in the chat. As far as I know, last time Zach said anything about it, he's trending in the right direction. I think my personal opinion, if CJ can walk, he's going to play in the game. How effective he's going to be, I don't know. But my thoughts on the Super Bowl. I mean, honestly, I'm not trying to be overconfident. I just really think that the Bengals have walked through so many obstacles this year and overcome so many things, so many defenses that, we're not supposed to play that good against. And Joe Burrow's not supposed to be that good. And Chase isn't supposed to be that good. And our offensive line stinks and yada, yada, yada. You go to Tennessee, you get sacked 9 freaking times and it doesn't phase Jackpot Joey Burrow. Nothing's going to phase that dude. I'm telling you right there. That's right there. That's why I think we can win. The other reason is Arrowhead. Oh, you can't play in there. They got this great offense. Well, what'd we do? We went down there. Second half, shut them out. Well, excuse me, they only scored 3 points again, just like we did last time when they were here in Cincinnati. So I think we got something for this defense. And it's going to be like every other game it's been this year. It's probably going to come down to shooter. Money Mac, Evan McPherson, Leg Cannon, Fearless, whatever the hell you want to call him. The greatest rookie kicker probably in NFL history. I mean, name a better one. He's won so many games for us. He might be winning the Super Bowl for us. So we'll see. Sammy, what do you got? Tyler Eifert said he would come back. You mean you're talking about CJ Uzomah? Tyler Eifert said he'd come back? I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Brandon, let's see, get to Brandon here. Brandon, all right, we have a defense to back our O-line and Burrow. Yeah, and the thing is, too, one thing I want to say about the offensive line. And I said this a couple shows here, that I really think Zach Taylor has done an outstanding job coaching around this offensive line. It's not good. Let's be honest. We rotated our guards. I still think Jackson Carman is going to be a good NFL right guard for us. I really do. He's a rookie. But they have them having to take Adeniji out, put Carman in, switch back and forth, go through that in Kansas City, and I think Joe got sacked twice. I think I'm right on that. Zach Taylor deserves all the credit in the world for coaching around that. And it's something, I know Zach will never say it, but it's something he has to coach around. And just think, we're 50 something million under the cap. Next year, we're going to fix our offensive line. And if we're healthy, we might do this again. Let's see what AA Ron says. Straight up, y'all really should beat up the O-line this offseason. Aaron, I agree with you, brother. I completely agree with you. That's what I think they will do this year. Samuel, Tyler Eifert is tweeting at CJ Uzomah and saying he would come back for all of that. That Tyler Eifert would come back. I gotcha. I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting. Tyler hasn't played in a year, but I mean the Rams got that the safety there from the Ratbirds who hadn't played for 2 years, and he's coming back. I agree with you, Aaron. Zach Taylor is a fantastic head coach, and he should win Coach of the Year. He's not going to, but he should. I think Vrabel's going to win it because he's the Bengals head coach. I mean, but You come back from 6-25-1 and take your team to the freaking Super Bowl. That's why I don't think they should vote on coaching, especially coaching awards and rookie of the year and stuff like that. They should they're still playing. Those games should count, my opinion. But we'll see. Let's see here. Yeah, Haas, shooter, and then you got to do the little guns, shooter. That's awesome. Augie, free agents will be lining up to come here. Yes, I mean, Augie, free agents were lining up to come last year. We had guys who wanted to come play here last year. Just think it would be like when we win a Super Bowl. All right, William. Just wait. If we get the O-line, watch out. And if William, I could have said it better. I could not have said it any better. That's what I'm saying. If we get this offensive line fixed, and really, it's two players, in my opinion. I'm okay with Jackson Carman. I really do. I believe in Jackson Carman. I really do think he's going to be a very good guard for us. I think you got to get a center, and I love Trey Hopkins, but we got to get a center and you got to get a right tackle. You get those two, and they're studs. I think we're pretty good. Let's see here. Let's get to Brandon here. Brandon says Zach sometimes doesn't necessarily call plays for the results of the play that's called, but calls it for the results of the game. I think he sets a lot of stuff up. And that's one thing, I don't understand why he runs it so much in first down. I will say it, I was getting a little annoyed with that, but it worked. And the thing, it busted some RJP Ryan out for that screen. You keep doing it, and the dam seems to break for him. I mean, so I give all the credit in the world to Zach Taylor. He's an NFL head coach. I am not. So I definitely give him all the credit in the world. Aaron says he definitely should be given the award. I agree with you. Augie, solid vet O-line will line up beyond the Roebling Bridge into Northern Kentucky to come here. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of them that want to come here. I really do believe that. And who was it? Me and Zim were talking about that, or I can't remember. The guard that everybody wanted from the Patriots last year that went to the Chiefs, and his name slips from my mind. But when Patrick Mahomes gave that strip sack up and he's the one that dived in the ball, I wonder if he's going through his head like, damn it, I should have signed with the Bengals. I don't know. Foxy, what's up? Read something where that McPherson filed for a trademark for Money Mac. If he did, he's smart. He should. I hope he did. I would love him to call on the show. He told me at training camp he'd call on the show, and I know he's busy. But he follows me on Twitter, and I could DM him. So, Evan, if you're watching the show, come on the show sometime, man. It'd be awesome. Sam, who wanted to come here last year? Riley Reef, Von Bell, Chidobe Awuzie, all the guys we signed. Lots of them. Joe Hio Burrow. Another nickname for Joe. Sammy says, keep Riley Reef. See, I love Riley Reef. He's getting older. If you can get a younger, not only say better, just a younger tackle, then, who's just as good as Riley Reef, then I would have to go that direction, because Reef's only going to play at least another year, maybe two. I'd rather get that future right tackle and keep him there is what I like. And I know people in the chat, and I cannot remember the guy's name, but people were talking in the chat last week about the right tackle from the Jets, that he might be available. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Samuel, they had to throw more screens to Joe Mixon instead of short runs. Yeah, I can't disagree with that, to be honest. Brandon, yes, he tried to slow the pass by calling run plays a screen. Yeah, exactly. And that's why a couple times, the offensive line didn't hold long enough for him to get the screen, and he got hit. And that's where I was trying to explain it to my sister. Like, why are they letting him go through? I'm like, it's a screen pass. They're supposed to let him go through so he can throw the ball over, but the running back wasn't open. All right. Augie, how do you feel about Deontay Smith? Do you think we gave him a fair shake as far as center considered? Deontay Smith never got a shot at center. They had him at right guard and right tackle, and he performed well. The thing is, dude, I don't want, look, we are two offensive linemen, in my opinion, away from being a really good offensive line. I want two guys to come in here and I know can play, and if these guys develop and stuff later on, that's fine. Then they can replace guys that will let go. Because we're not going to be able to keep everybody eventually. So that's why it's cool to have Jax Carman and Denji and Deontay Smith and all these guys. So if we do let the offensive linemen go that we have people to replace them with. So, but right now, I want guys that can basically plug and play for next year is what I would like to do. Jamal, I think it is, or J Mill, not J Mill. I hope I'm saying it right. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. Got to run on first down so we don't get behind the sticks. But we were starting out 2nd and 9 a lot. That's what I didn't like. But again, it worked. I'm not complaining. Trust me, I am not complaining. But that's what was frustrating with me. There are a lot of times we were 2nd and 9 because we were the ball anywhere. William, I think Zach is trusting Burrow more to switch out plays. Yeah, he's ever since what game was it? It wasn't the Raiders game. The game after the Raiders game, I think. I think that's when he finally let Joe cook, as everybody says. I think he's finally put the ball more in Joe Burrow's hands than Joe Mixon's hands. Let's see here. When they are firing, they open up the pass. Yeah. Oh, no, I agree with you. When the run works, yes, I completely agree with you. It wasn't working for most of the game, but it did work eventually. It's just like when we played the Raiders during the season, they kept running. I'm like, we got to throw the ball. Well, again, I'm wrong. And Joe Mixon started making some hay. So you got to run the ball. I agree. If I'm at home and I'm telling you they're going to run it, the Rams are going to know it. So that's the only thing I wish he'd change it up a little bit. Brandon said this earlier. I didn't see this. But you said Skip tweet me the more Skip and Shannon, which I can't stand that show. I never watch them. But you said earlier, Skip tweeted out congratulations to the Chiefs when they are up 21-3, about to go into the Super Bowl. Eat crow. I wish I would love. Hey, Brandon, if you follow me on Twitter, please send that to me. Quote tweet me or something. I would love to see that. I don't follow Skip Bayless, so I didn't see it. Let's see here. And then Brandon's got, I'd sign a high-end guard in free agent and bring back Reef and draft a right tackle in the draft. Thing is, we're going to be drafting 32nd people. We're going to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know what kind of a really good offensive lineman we're going to get in there. What I'm hoping is the Chiefs are able to get Reed Humphries in the draft. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think they moved up to get him. I don't remember. Maybe they did. But he's a center, and there's this kid out of Iowa, and he's the best center in the draft. I'm hoping maybe he'll be there at 32nd, and we can get him, and then we're going to get a right tackle through free agency. You agree with that? I think with what Brandon said. All right, Haas signed Reeve, Spain's H. Uzama. Uzama, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Hill, and anyone else I missed. CJ, CJ on there. I think we got to yes, you got CJ. Yeah, we have to sign all those guys. And the thing is, we sign all those guys, we're still going to have plenty of money. And I completely agree with this. Chris Evans, keep him as actually he's the kickoff returner. Trent Taylor is the punt returner, but still, shout out to Darren Simmons. I think he's finally got the right guys at returning kicks and punts. So yes, I would definitely keep that. Carman is better than everyone is saying. From what I've seen, I agree with you. There are times he's just got to get consistent. There are times that Jax Carman looks like a freaking beast and he is just destroying guys, but he's a rookie. So, it is what it is. He's got to get that consistent level, and I think it'll come. He's a rookie. It happens, So I believe he's going to be our future guard. I really do. William, Joe Mixon is more dangerous catching the ball out of the backfield. Mixon's dangerous anytime. If he can get space, he's dangerous. But I love it that they actually used him in that role more this year than they ever had before. Augie, the screen to P. Ryan, we had blocking set up to the right, and he ran it to the left. Yes, I was pulling my hair out. Joe corrected him very calmly. That's what I love about Jackpot. Some QBs will be screaming at him in the spot. Yeah, I remember that play. He's like, "You're supposed to go that way, don't go that way." And I'm gonna go back to what Zim said. This is one thing I love about Joe Burrow. His demeanor. And there's a difference between talking yourself into being confident and being confident. What Baker Mayfield does, and like Zim said, with Mahomes out there shimmying and dancing and all that, he's trying to talk himself into it. Joe's just going to throw a freaking dagger in your heart and stare at you. And he's not going to flinch, you know? So that is where I think Joe is. And that's what I love about Joe. 300 grand, what's up? Hey, what's up? I don't know who you are, but what's going on? Glad to see. Yep. You said you're glad to see, happy to see me doing good. Thank you. Glad to see you too. If you have a name, I would help. Haas. Hugh Jackson said clown. Yeah, I'm not getting any of that stuff. I don't know. I've seen all that stuff. And one thing that kills me is that's come out. And Reese, what's up, brother? I know who you are now. I got you now. What's is that's come up. Tom Brady is retiring. And it's taken away, and all thing is taken away from coverage of my Bengals. We're finally in the Super Bowl in 40-something years. So, that's the only thing I wish. I would like them to just talk about the Super Bowl, but I know there's other news going on. Augie. Would have been a first down, possibly TD. Yeah, I agree with you. We got Samuel. Joe Burrow he's 6'4", actually. Yeah. He's an inch taller than I am. Just subscribe. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks. So anyway, it is 6:41. I've been on for over an hour. But I think I want to get the heck on out of here. But I want to thank all the Facebook groups. You have one of those days where you just can't talk, and that's happening to me today. Well, probably because I'm sick, so that doesn't help anything. This freaking weather around here sucks. It's we're gonna have an ice storm. It was 50 degrees yesterday. It was like that, and then the ice storm's coming, so it's doing haymakers with my sinuses. So if I sound terrible, I'm sorry. But these are the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one. They're Houday Nation, Houday Legion, Cincinnati Reds riding third, heading for home, Bearcat Country, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trenopole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I always say this, that I'll be pulling the sound off later on and put it on podcast. I hope I will. I haven't got a chance to deleting some other stuff, but if you guys subscribe to the podcast, hopefully it'll be on there tonight. You can go listen to past shows on the podcast. It's on BeanPod, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Give me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, on the show here, if you're watching, give me a thumbs up. I got like 38 people like it. I got 10 thumbs up and 10 likes. That's awesome. Let me get some more. It just helps the algorithm out. YouTubers, my originals, we're at 1,480 subscribers. That is awesome. I am so close to 1,500. That would be great to at least hit that by Super Bowl. I was hoping for 2,000, but I don't think I'm going to get there. I don't think I'm going to get that many subscribers between now and the Super Bowl. But I appreciate every single one of you guys that watch me every single day. Comment, tweet stuff out to me, hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. If I miss some stuff, I'm sorry, because I've got a lot of people messaging me right now. But I appreciate you guys, and if I haven't hit you back up, I will hit you up later. But like I said, 1,480. That is awesome. We're going to the Super Bowl. Tomorrow, I have a very special guest. I have one of the winners who won the Jim Irsay contest, and they're going to the Super Bowl. I tried to get in. I'm sure about everybody in the chat tried to get in. Well, I tried. I did get in. I didn't get picked, but they did. And it's going to be awesome. A great experience for them. So they're going to be on tomorrow. Check it out tomorrow live at 5:30, as always, on the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberry Ice. And other than that, I cannot. This is going to be the longest 2 weeks of my life. Oh, my God. That's just sports, baby. See ya!
Let's go. Origin day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast disawake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every game day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle drippin' heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you reppin' who day, time to put your hands up. Dingle stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle drippin'. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feastin' now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and drippin' orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who gotta move like it on? Stripes. Now who wanna move dancing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, yeah we got 'em, yeah we fought 'em. Like that black and orange upon 'em, bingo bottom, never stop it till the